Prahlada, Gajendra and Draupadi. By protecting these people, he is protected. Otherwise, nobody will believe that God will come and protect him. That's why great people, they told, hey Krishna, you did not protect them. By protecting these ardent devotees, you are saved in the world. They believe that there is God and He is merciful and He will come and rescue us. So even if in this modern mechanical, scientific, computer, nano world, there is a tint of a trace of the most infinitesimal portion of God belief that is only due to Prahlada, Draupadi and other people. They have contributed. So, we can have a pathetic eligibility, not a priceable eligibility. So, even though we are not lovable by God, there are lovable people by God. Their entering eligibility is, I am important. Sitting in the handicapped seat, handicappedness is the only eligibility, and only eligibility for us to surrender the great people is na dharmanishtosmi na chatmaveti. I don't know anything, I can't do anything. I am doing all unwanted things. That's why Bhashyakara says, Krita, whatever I have done. Karishyamana, I am also going to do the same thing. Kriyamana, I am doing the same thing now also. So, we have done everything wrong. We are doing also wrong, and we humbly submit that we are going to do wrong in the future also. We cannot give an assurance. So in three tenses, two people are not, that is immutability, they don't change at all. God and ourselves, we are immutable in three, that is Kalatita. God is also not changeable, or He is not mutable in these three kalas. Bhuta Bhavya Bhavat Prabhu. So says the Sahasranama. God is also that is unchangeable in three tenses. In the past, present and future, God is unchangeable. We are also unchangeable in three tenses. Yes, we are also equal to God in various things. We are unchangeable. We have done sins, we are doing sins, we will continue to do sins. With more divine support. Yes, we are also unchangeable. That is why there is a shloka in which they told, both of us are shameless. Oh Krishna, both of us are shameless. I am shamelessly doing sins. You are shamelessly forgiving me. And even after being forgiven, shamelessly I am committing the same sins. Yes, sir. And even after committing the same sin, you are shamelessly forgiven. By giving us punishments, you are trying to eradicate all of our sins and quicken the process of reaching your lotus feet. Yes. There are only two things. By Nigraha, Anugraha, both are blessings of God. God does not know anything known as Nigraha. God does not punish. God is doing two things. Anugraha and Nigraha. It is nourishment and punishment. In English they used to say. But there is nothing at all. If God adds benefits, that is known as Anugraha. If He removes unwanted elements, that is known as Nigraha. God does not know how to punish. That is the greatness of God. So, Vidhigya is a person who knows Vidhi. And they have to practice some spiritual exercises which we are going to tell tomorrow. And you have to just see, as it is experience, you have to make tabulations like medical records. You have to take horoscopes. And first you have to see all possibilities. It is only by a track record. You have to get track records of your experiences or exposures to astrological charts. Knowing an act, how to see the reason for the act in the horoscope. One, it is a reciprocal way. Seeing the horoscope and predict an act or incident or structure, that is known as a direct way. So, Anvaya and Vyatireka Paddhati is there. So, you have to know about an incident or truth, then you have to see this Paddhati, where it is done in the horoscope. Then knowing the horoscope, you have to predict these things. It must be only by the possibility of a spiritual intrusion. Tomorrow I am giving that initiation for all of us. Then you have to practice it with Jatakas. It is also Shodhana or Nishchiti, whether this Jataka is real or not. Real thing is different from imperfect thing. Imperfect thing that has lot of perfections but still has some problems or mistakes. The unreal horoscope is totally not attributed to the person. It is entirely different. It is just like saying a male horse, female horse. That is known as imperfect. Saying a donkey as a horse is known as unreal. Totally it is entirely different. So here we are having a lot of opportunities. One is Vikhyata, second is Pauranika. Pauranika Jataka, somebody, they are having a lot of references. I don't know from heaven how did they got these references. How did they get these references? It is not. They say Prahlada's nakshatra, Hiranyakashipu's nakshatra, then Hiranyaksha's Trimshamsa Lagna. Everybody they are saying that. I don't know where they got these things from. So everybody is having a lot of these things which are not done in records. Those things are not reliable. They are having a lot of records about Puranas. Even Ramar Jatakam and Krishna horoscope is there. Likewise, they are saving for everything. Now, I have seen a person who has charts for everybody. Kamsha, Shishubala, Danta, Vakra, Bhutana. Everything is having. Yes. Everybody's horoscope is having. With Ashtavarga, Putana's Jatakam. Saubhagyavati Putana Shubhajananam. Janani Janma Sankhyanam. Somebody is having, really they are having. I may be a little bit exaggerating for fun, but still they are having all horoscopes. Napoleon, Alexander, even their parents would not be knowing the timing and other thing. Genghis Khan, other people they are having. Even for a lot of other people, these politicians are because it is a real fact. It is known as a Vikhyata Vijnana. Vikhyata Vijnana means those who are Supratishthita, well established, from their Jatakam only say, you must not learn the horoscope from your customers and clients. After learning everything, you have to approach them. You must not make them labs for your exercises and experiments. It is just, if it is just for a common thing, just going to temple or something, it is not a problem. If somebody is saying that my hands are shivering, somebody is saying that. For a driver, how it will work?
Very difficult.
Yeah, and for a Mridanga Vidwan or somebody who plays some instrument, how it will work? And for a neurosurgeon, how it will work? Just imagine. If you move 1 inch, then in Sangeeta it will become Apaswara. Isn't it so? Then if an inch is moved in a pavement, it will be Apanayana in driving. Then if it moves a small person, it is Apajivana. Likewise, we must not learn from most of the people. They have a lot of curiosity. Enormous curiosity. Immediately after knowing astrology, they want to practice. Immediately they want to practice. And carefully they are approaching somebody for their predictions and their family related things. That is different. So humbly I request just to get, there are 3 things. One is Purana, second is Vikhyata, third is Parichita. Note down. Known people. From known people we can do that. Regarding Purana and Vikhyata, who can just verify or assure this thing? If you have that knowledge of Nishchiti, that is known as knowledge of Nishchiti, tomorrow I am going to give the mantra for Nishchiti. By touching or by seeing that, we can realize that it is wrong. Oh. There are 2 levels. There are 2 levels. One is knowing that this is wrong. Second is knowing what is right. Knowing what is right, it will take some time. But you can assure that it is wrong. That is there immediately. If I am saying if a person's name is Krishna, and if I am saying hundreds of names, because the right answer is always one, the wrong answers are innumerable. If I ask just who is the father of Rama, then the answer is one, Dasharatha. If I ask who is not the father of Rama, you can include big list. So like that. So Nishchiti is a process by which we come to a conclusion, not permutation. Permutation, it goes a probability that goes endlessly. So you can come to a conclusion, Nishchiti. That is more possible in known people. Then what we have to do, the Shodhana is their matrimonial life, their education, their profession, their physical structure, their status like Runa, Roga, Shatru, then their Ayur Bhava and Ayur Bhanga Bhava, then Vipat Bhava, other things are there. So if we know about the incidents, either it is a benefit or malefic, I have already explained, Shubha or Ashubha, by knowing that and to make a track record by which we can compare. And by this Nishchiti we can clarify a lot of other things. It is known as Shodhana. Shodhana is precision in calculation. Nishchiti is assertion, certainty, whether this is a real horoscope or not. The first thing deals with the perfection and imperfection. Second thing deals with the real and unreal. So that is the difference between these 2 things. And the deity who gives the knowledge is known as Devahuti. And she is different from mother of Kapila in Bhagavata. Now let us come to destiny. When it started. Everybody is asking when the karma, when it started. And everybody they used to ask a question as if they are tackling me or tackling any other philosopher. So I have done something karma due to some previous karma. How did I and why did I do the previous karma, the first karma?
First karma, how it came?
The previous most karma. What is the inceptive status or previous state of karma? So now I am suffering, I have done a karma, and for this I would have done some other karma. Then what is the end for that and where is the beginning? And in Brahma Sutra there is a chapter known as Parayattadhikarana. This Parayattadhikarana that deals with that destiny. There are